Hello everyone, welcome to Afro Swag Media and Magazine. My name is Deborah. As always, I'll be your host on this show. Today I have a very special guest. I'll introduce him in a minute. But before we continue, I would like to thank our special sponsor today, Pivot Concierge Health. Um, Thank you so much for sponsoring us. I will be playing the commercial during this show so that you can get to know them. And I have a special announcement to make about them as well. Without further delay, I would like to bring to the screen our special guest today. Hello,
Hello, Deborah. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Welcome to the show.
Yes. Thank you for having me, man. It's a pleasure on my end.
So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm the artist most people call Sean Dampte. Those who have known me before now will simply just call me Dampte. And yeah, born originally from Nigeria, grew up in Nigeria. And I mean, I've been around the world. If that's what to say. Been in America, now live in the United Kingdom. Yeah, I mean, really, that's much about me. That's much about me. That's
All
much.
right. I'm so privileged to have you on the show today.
It's my
So tell me about what you do, your journey.
Yeah, I'm a musical artist, an Afro-Pop, Afro-beat music artist. And what I do generally is I try to go into the studio to bring people joy, to bring people happiness. So every time I'm in the studio, I try to go out there and make people feel like express myself to them so they see where I'm coming from. And part of that also, I do what they call artist and repertoire for a music label, Don Crucifixo. So that's part of my workload now. And also, I work with Savage Music as a talent manager. So yeah, I mean, all around entertainment, into the movies, into music, into you name it. If it has entertainment on it, then it has my name on it.
Wow, you wear a lot of hats. So tell me, how did you get into the music industry?
So for me, my earliest memories would be me singing in the choir. Just growing up, I loved the ability to be able to express myself. So having the opportunity to sing in the choir and actually to honesty, writing songs where we perform in church back in Nigeria. So for me that was really big. And then from then on, I just had that passion to be writing. To be doing music and to be pushing forward. So getting into music for me was not by accident. It was more of a journey that's just been part of my life growing up. I mean, I look back and earliest memories is listening to my parents play music and me recording on this little cassette. I'm not sure if this generation knows what that is, but so recording all that. So yeah, it's just I've just been there all the time. It's just yeah, that's music for me. That's me.
Wow, that's amazing. So what's your genre and what is unique about it?
Um, I see myself an Afro Calypso artist. Most because when I say Afro Calypso, it's because my kind of music is what we call Calypso. It's supposed to make you groove, just to make you feel. I do vibe music. That's what I call it. Because I want people to listen and I want them to move their body. I want them to feel loved. I want them to feel happy. So and then giving that rhythm and the blues all mixed up with the dancehall. So I'd call it Afro Calypso. It's a form of Afro beat, Afro pop too. But yeah, I try to call my style Afro Calypso.
All right. So we'll come back to it. So among other um, nickname, stage name, which I'm going to ask you to tell us a little bit about all those names. I've seen a lot.
Mm,
So um,
yeah,
what
yeah.
are those names?
I mean, they call me. Some people call me New Black Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
and some people call me just Dampte, and then some people they call me Grandmaster. So but I mean, coming back to what it is like, most people call me New Black Jesus because in my track Life, Money, Happiness, if you've not heard that, go listen to it, everyone. I try to express what life is about, and life is about being happy. It's about having life in the first instance, and then it's also about money. And so I come with that message because I see myself as a messenger. I come with that message that look, guys, life is just about giving your best. Finding happiness, and without money, happiness is kind of far. But some people find happiness without money. But I'll be honest with you, I don't see how much happy you can be without money. But um, that's how I say it. And then those who call me the Grandmaster because we have this movement called the Awoodah. So and that's where you see me say Awoodah. So the Awoodah, we're a group of people who believe strongly that what matters is living a good life with your family and being able to be happy while getting money while you do that. So they call me the Grandmaster for that philosophy that and the Awoodah comes from a surprise, a place where everything is good. It's like a world of utopia, like Awoodah Nation. That's what we're trying to build. We're trying to build loads of people who all they care about is being happy. All they care about is helping out their neighbor. All they want to do is be responsible, give back to the society. So, and that's where the New Black Jesus Awoodah concept came about.
So Awoodah, is it in a dialect?
Um, it's not in a dialect per se. It's what's coined from back in the day when I started. My musical journey is not it's not straightforward like most people would want it to be, or straightforward like most people see it. But my musical journey has gone through so many ups and downs, and that's why. So it's more so coming back. This is like my third time coming to music. I started music in '99, if I'm not mistaken. Then I quit in 2001, and then I went back into music in 2006, and then I quit again in 2012, and then in 2017 I came back. Since 2017 I've been here. So and that's where like people say, who is that? Awoodah, like who is that? Who is that? I'm like, Awoodah. I mean, yeah, it's Sean Dampte, Awoodah, Sean. So that's where we came up with that concept of bringing that movement that is the presence of the inexplicable. You can't explain it. So when people hear my music, when people see my music, like, wow, this is good, man. Where have you been, kind of thing. So that's where that Awoodah concept came from.
Wow. And for those that have joined us on Facebook or YouTube, thank you so much for connecting with us today. Thank you for tuning in. We will be playing all along Sean Dante's musics, and like he said, it's good. And I can attest to it. It is good. So
Thank you.
talking about your lyrics, what inspires you?
Um, Inspiration for me is standard, and when I say standard, I don't need too much to get inspired, and especially my team. Shout out to Joe Main, shout out to Jay Ocean, shout out to Joey Banks, shout out to Tush Beats, shout out to Ilhams. These are the shout out to DXL, shout out to Willie O. I mean, all these names I'm mentioning are people who have over the time made my career what it is today. So I write most of my own lyrics. If I do not need to write, if I don't have to write, I try to still get my expression out there. But after time, I try to push my lyrics into it. And
Mhm.
I'm an artist. I'm a musician. Sometimes I get the lyrics written for me. And when I say written for me, is it's just illustrating my vision. So
Mhm.
that's like taking a picture. You go to a cameraman. You're like, you know what? Take a picture of me. They take that picture. It's your picture,
Mhm.
and it's you in the picture.
Right.
So when you have someone write for you, it's my lyrics. Just having someone write
Mhm.
time. So, but yeah, I mean that's how that is to be honest. So yeah.
Absolutely. So I know some of the, correct me if I'm wrong, some of your songs may be in the Yoruba language.
Mm.
So how do you know when to, sing or come up with something in Yoruba versus English?
And that's a good question though. My music, I try to infuse Yoruba, infuse French, infuse other part of other languages that I roll with. So I've used Shona, Zimbabwean language, in my song before. Um, I've used the South African word in my song before. But I just try to find words that express exactly how I feel, and sometimes the English word does not do justice to it. And because I find that the English word is boxed, so when I mean boxed, and like it's just boxed, and it's hard to go around it. But with
Mhm.
my Yoruba language, it's kind of easy to express what I feel, how I feel, and I'm coming across to the people that I'm still one of them. I'm still them. We are one are we, and everything. Yes, Awoodah. So that's the spirit.
Awoodah, I love that. So tell me, what are some of your life's defining moments?
That's very.
It can be anything from performing alongside, those celebrities and sharing the stages like Davido, Wizkid, and, anything.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on stage. I've been on stage with Whiskey since way back as 2010. I mean, and that's no joke. So I've known the legend Whiskey for a long time, and
Mm-hmm.
so and I've, like I mentioned, we've performed on stage with him. I performed on stage with Davido. The last time he came to the UK. But those for me, this are just part of the journey as an artist. So for life defining moment,
Mm-hmm.
what I will find that's defined me mostly is um, when I first came back into the music industry again with my song Alignment with Rayce. It was very defining for me because the reception I had was really, really, really great, and
Mm-hmm.
that was I will 100% tell you now that is why I continue to do music, because I
Wow.
got that perception that people loved, that people were missing what I had to offer. So, and it became defining for me at that moment, like, you know what, this is you, this is what people want, you have to give it to them. So yeah, I would say it was releasing my first single the third time round.
That's amazing. So what behind that title, alignment, where does it come from?
I mean, that's a good question. It was funny too, because we were chilling in the studio, as shout out to Squeeze Tarella, who is and then DXL, Och Nike, Joey Banks, all these people who were in the studio. It was, you know what? I got a call. Let me tell you the story. I got a call in the UK about around December that I needed to come to to Nigeria, like because I hadn't been in Nigeria for a while. So Och Nike called me up like, "Damte, you come on to Nigeria. I mean, what's going on?" So I went to Nigeria. I didn't plan I was going to do music. I just went for fun of it. And then they called me up like, you know what, let's go into the studio. And so we got into the studio, and the vibe, the beat was going. I'm like, you know what, this beat makes me feel kind of way, type of way where I feel I need to balance myself. And so when you use balance, and people who understand how cars work, you see, for your car to be balanced, you need the alignment to be in place. So, and that's why the word alignment came on, because I'm like, you know what, we need this music balanced. We need everyone understanding, feeling balanced about it, and then using that word to describe a female, describe how she works, how she portrays herself, you know, because and then I just felt, you know what, and I love the alignment. I love the look. I love the way she is. I love the balance. I love the way she works, the way she talks, and so everything about her is aligned together. So, and that's where the word alignment came from.
I really love that. So I'm going to play one of your videos. Guys, don't go away.
Yes.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Jermaine on the beat.
Yeah.
Girl, your body hot, fire can't cool. Stay without the things you got, making my lose control. Yeah, yeah, so me want you now. Back up and wine, put it all on. So give me your body and my love. I can't get enough. Catch up and grind, my girl. Mussolina wine, yeah. Mussolina wine, yeah. Catch up and wind up, you hear me? Mussolina wine, yeah. Mussolina wine, yeah. I want your body home. Get it home. Your body home. No kiss and say. Anytime we do, nobody have to know. Your body is sweeter than sugar. It's a danger, it's a visa. Anytime you wine, it's in the mood. Yeah, it's in the mood. Oh yeah, baby. Cack up and grind, my girl. Mussolina wine, yeah. Mussolina wine, yeah. Cack up and wind up, you hear me? Mussolina wine, yeah. Mussolina wine, yeah. I want your body home.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Thank you for watching. I think we have comments. I'll be showing the comment in a minute. Before we continue, let me bring back Sean Dampte. Hello, welcome back, Sean
Thank
Dampte.
you. Yes.
All right, so we just watched one of your musics, one of your clips, and that takes me to the next question, and you'll see why. So most of your clips and videos are very graphical, love, sex, power, and I know this continues to create a lot of polemics for the unfamiliar audience. So what's your comment on that?
Interesting. I've always found in life, they call me an OG, so because I've been around for so long. I'm almost as old as Methuselah in the Afrobeat industry. But I found that even everything we do, it's love that carries us around. Regardless, you have to have love for yourself, love for what you do, and love for everyone around you. And with love comes the struggle for power. And we might say we are not part of this struggle for power, but it's either you are making the moves or they are making the moves for you, because you can never remain stagnant. And that's where everything falls in line with power, love, money, sex, and everything. It's like a circle, a continuous circle. And most people want to appreciate some part of that circle, the money aspect. They forget the love aspect, the power aspect, the sex aspect, but you can't. And that's the ideology that, as an Awoodite, I try to spread across. You cannot separate these things, because with love comes power, and with power comes money, comes sex. Everything comes with it. So and that's why I try to just share it to as much people who care to listen. We will not all see the same thing. It's just not normal. It's not right to see the same thing. But I try to appreciate what I see, and also hopefully others appreciate what they see. Especially when I come across with my music, and that's just all I've always wanted, just to be able to share that experience with others. And it's not about right or wrong; it's just sharing that experience.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, like I said, we have some comments. I'm going to project them. We have one from Dirty Diana Music. She said Awoodah. And then we have one from Alicia. She said, oh, Marcelina, one year. So thank you guys for watching. Do you have anything to say to them?
Diana, shout out, man. Dirty Diana is one of the artists that I'm I'm proud to be working with at the moment in time. I think she has a lot to offer the music industry, not just because of the way she carries herself and her music, but I think I see something in her that most artists these days they miss, and that is the fire and the power. And another artist out there is Snazzy. So Snazzy, Kusha Snazzy, and that's another artist I'm working with. He's got
Mhm.
that elements, that vibe, that dance, that move to make it big in the industry, and that's what I
Mhm.
like. And so shout out to you, Diana, Alethea. Shout out to you. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. It's about time. Let's get winning. Let's go. Let's go. Awoodah.
And thank you for those that are tuning in via YouTube. We have a lot via YouTube. Thank you so much. So my next question is, who are your fans, and what are the favorite titles or albums?
See, that's my true fans will tell you that every time I surprise them, like every time I make a hit, I don't do music that I feel is average. I stopped doing average music like over 3 years ago. So
Mhm.
um, for me, my favorite album. I mean, watch out for it, everyone. It's gonna be my compilation. My compilation
Mhm.
album is coming out December 23. So it's gonna have most of my hits from way back in the days. And so yeah, that's it. And I like Awoodah. I mean, if you follow me properly, my audience would know. I've had two EPs now. Awoodah Begins and Awoodah Rising. So so those have been my favorites. Some of my favorite albums. But when
Mhm.
it comes to music outside of myself, then I mess with loads of different artists in loads of different artists. So in today's world, my favorite album will be Made in Lagos by Wizkid. So that would be my favorite album.
Nice. So, how do you feel about gaining momentum across the globe? You are well known in UK, in Nigeria, I mean everywhere.
I mean, for me, it's still a long way to go, and long way to go for myself and my career because I think I'm just getting started, and that's the key thing. So for me, the I always say inspiration is standard. So I need to keep going, keep pushing, keep pushing. Just I set a goal for myself, and until I get to that goal, until I'm able to achieve, I mean, something around it, I still feel like I've not succeeded enough. So yeah, I just keep looking at my target, and I know it's not an easy target. Right? I know it's not easy, so that keeps me going. Like you know what, Dampte, you got to win a Grammy. Dampte, carry Grammy, go Niger. You know that kind of drives me. So yeah, so it's still a long way to go. Still a long way to go.
With 2020, a year full of uncertainties, um, with the current development of what's going on in Nigeria, what's going on in the US, how do you use your platform, your music, to make a positive impact?
That's a very, very good question, and thanks for asking. I mean, let me start off by offering my sympathy to everyone who's lost someone this year, to everyone who's gone through loads this year. We've all been through loads. So my deepest sympathies to everyone. And like you did mention, it's really a solemn time, where we begin to discover like how much we mean as black people in this world, how
Mhm.
much in looking at the Black movement that started off in America, and then looking at the NSAS protest in Nigeria, you understand that there's so much disenfranchisement, from people to the governments to those the leaders. It's just crazy everywhere, and looking at that, made me do like I have like three songs that I did during that period. One of them is called Many Men, and then but the one I um chose to release for people to vibe with is it's the song we called which I did with Awoodah, which is my alter ego. It's also, and you have to do it. So it's my soul. That's the title of the song, My Soul. So my soul speaks about the struggle of the young black male, the struggle of the young black female, the struggle fighting against the government. I mean, and I keep asking the question: Is it who is worse? Is it the
Mhm.
police? Is it the government? It's just crazy thing. So I try to speak on social issues as much as I can, to ensure that I have to lend my voice to it, because the generation after me, they need a better life. They need easier ways to do things. We don't have to, if the old way is not working, we have to do away with it, and that's where it is. So I mean, like you rightly said, I try to have my music to speak about it, even though I mean, I tell people I try to stay away from three things really. I try to stay away from politics. I try to stay away from religion, and also I try to stay away from negative energy. So those three things I try to stay away from as much as possible. But
Mhm.
we live in this world, we have to still be part of it. So yeah, sometimes it happens, and yeah, sometimes it doesn't. But and that's one reason why, like I said earlier, I did the song My Soul. So I mean, I'll encourage the listeners, viewers, to listen to it. My Soul is a great song that speaks about what's going on in the world right now, especially around human rights and civil liberties.
Mhm. We'll come back to what you said, negative energy. Before we continue, we will take another commercial break. Don't go away. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Just 60 seconds.
Yeah, yeah.
When I came here, Chet, I had no idea what to expect. That was my whole reasoning for coming here, to get some type of a history or some type of an experience that I could actually tell people how I felt about it.
Right.
The thing that really made a difference is that this is on a Saturday.
Sure.
I came in, and every Saturday morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, I go to the YMCA. My feet were hurting horribly. My back is already sore. What actually happened, I felt like I felt before I went to play racquetball in the morning, and I had no soreness in my back, I had no soreness in my feet. Here you have an opportunity to have good coaches. Here you have a technology that will take you in another direction.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for staying with us. Like in the commercial, go pay them a visit. I've been there. They're really good. What they do, it will really relieve you when you have pain or whatever your situation is. Go visit them. I'm going to bring back my special guest. Welcome back, Sean Dampte.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, Deborah.
So before we went on break, you were talking about life in general and your values and how you take life. So my next question is for you. Tell me about life, your belief system, ideology, and the movement that some of your titles and songs have created. Tell me about life.
Yeah. Life. I mean, for me, life is about being happy first, and then that's that's like I keep preaching this message: is life, money,
Mhm.
happiness for me. In that particular order. Although some people can say is life, happiness, money, or life. Well, at the end of the day, those are the three key things for me. So about life, I feel life is meant to be lived. Some people say living you have only one life to live, so you should do everything you can and blah blah blah. But now I always say there's a difference between living your best life and living a reckless life. You don't mix both together, so but most people do not appreciate or understand that difference, but I try to make that difference clear. And my belief system is simple, and I did say this earlier that I try to stay away from religion. But my belief system is simple. I just believe I believe there is that overseeing power. Some call it God, some call it spirit, some whatever. But it's point back for me. You don't need to believe in God. I say that to people, but you need to believe in something. because if you don't believe in God, you need to believe in the odds. So what are the odds of you being here now? Something somehow must have happened. So you need to believe in God or you believe in the odds. So either way you choose, I think that's fine for me. Ideology wise, I'm on the part of the school of thoughts that I believe what you give life is what you get back. You cannot cheat life, you cannot cheat nature, and you cannot do nothing about it. And you find out like most of these things come out in my music most times when I do them. If I mean people who follow my music generally will tell you. And it's because I feel like part of what you do, whatever you do, it has a ripple effect. It has a ripple effect on others around you. And I try to preach love. You have to love your neighbor. You have to love yourself. Love that gentleman on the street that you just met. You have to love everyone, and sharing that love is just part of what makes us human. And for me, the movement is easy. It's easy. It's more about Awoodah. Yeah, we're coming over. We're taking over everything. We're gonna be living so much life and living so much happiness, and then making money in the process. Because it's that's just what it is. The movement is just about making money, making money, making money. And that's what it's about. Then shout out to you, then I see you, Ma.
All right, so let's talk about failure. When you hear failure is never the end unless you allow it. How do you define failure and what's your experience with failure? What's your approach to rejection and denials?
Um, that's tough. It looks easy, but it's tough. Um, I've never really. I mean, I think it was. I cannot remember this famous person who says this. He said, "Well, failure is not fatal, because failing is just you learning that this way doesn't work. That's just all it is. Is I mean, I look at my music. In the last 3 years, and I mean it. In the last 3 years, I've had about 35 songs in the last 3 years,
Wow.
and all those 35 songs, maybe like five or two or even one. Some people don't like more than one. If I'm sitting down and because someone doesn't like the other 34, I get depressed or get sad about it, then that means I'm the one who's letting that be the end of me. So but if I come out with a track today and I feel like the people are not vibing to it, they're not loving it, I just look at what can I do next to improve on that track. Or maybe that's not the kind of track I should be jumping on, or maybe that's not the kind of vibe that I want to be sharing. And it just boils down to learning and understanding that failure is just the next step to success. That's all it is. It's just a next step to success. Because if I open a door and I know that door leads to nowhere, at least next time I know not to open that door. It's just that simple for me. So failure is more like a learning process, and that's how I deal with it. Rejection. I've been rejected so many times I keep forgetting, and it still doesn't change who I am as a person, or who I am as an individual, or as the energy that I bring to this world or to the people around me. It doesn't change that. My vibe is to make people happy. My vibe is to bring people close. My vibe is to make people love each other. My vibe is to make you forget what's making you sad when you see me, when you talk to me. My vibe is to make you happy. And it doesn't matter if someone's coming with a negative vibe. I try not to just pay attention to it. I've been here for too long. So yeah, I mean, I'll tell everyone listening out there, man, no matter what anyone tells you, you have to believe in yourself first. And if you do it wrong the first time, just make sure you don't do it wrong the second time. And if you do it wrong the second time, make sure you don't do it wrong the third time. Fall 8 times, rise 9. That's it.
I love what you said when you said failure is the next step to success. I really, really love it. And we have one comment here. Sweetest wine. That's I think I know that guy. Ore.
All right. Yes, boss. Yeah. Thanks for the love, Papa. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So tell me, my next question is, what standards do you set for yourself? You've been talking about it. So, and what are your ambitions?
My ambition is to be more than just a musician. That's the truth. my ambition is to affect people worldwide positively. And how do you do that? And sometimes, most times, I try to use the music, and other times I try to use what I want to call the other logistics. Sometimes you have to use your wealth, your services, you just do other things just to benefit humanity. And
Mhm.
so my ambition at the end of the day is whatever I do, humanity should remember me, and for having given back in everything, having given back. And that's one thing about me, and I really want to give back to humanity as much as like humanity has given to me. And that's why I love my parents, man. I love your mom, love your dad. I love them. They don't agree with my kind of music. They don't agree with my lifestyle. Fine, but I still love them, and that's one of the things I've learned that
Mhm.
I'm I'm not gonna use my life to fulfill their dreams. You get me? So I have to live my life to fulfill my own dreams, and so
Right.
and
And
that's
you
that.
have one love all the way from Germany. My first time here. Thanks for the show, Barbara.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Barbara. We appreciate that.
And then before we continue, I would like to play another clip of yours. I think this one came out just this past October. Stay tuned, don't go away. We have a lot of surprises for you guys. Here we go. All right, thank you so much for still watching. I'm going to bring back my guest. Here we go, Sean Dampte.
Yes,
Welcome
yes.
back.
Thank you, thank you.
So I do have another question for you.
Yes, yes,
This
yes.
is going to be okay. What's next when it comes to your music career?
Um, in my music for me, what next is I'm looking forward to dropping my first album next year. Um, yeah, that I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward also to. I think I'm dropping my video to my song Adura. The video it's out on TVs everywhere in Nigeria now. It's going to be out on YouTube in a couple of days. And so career wise, I'm just looking forward to dropping my albums. I'm hopefully praying, and I believe next year is going to be a big year for Sean Dampte, for every fan of Sean Dampte, for every friend, from every critics, for everyone. I love everyone. So it's going to be a big year for us next year. Not only just because I'm dropping an album, but because I have so many videos lined up, so many songs lined up. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Oh my God. So, but yeah, and that's what we're hoping to do. Who knows, man? Guys, go nominate me for Grammy, yo. Let's bring this home.
Right. Right.
Oh,
Absolutely. So for those that are watching, Sean Dampte had, I believe, a song that just came out today,
yep,
between yesterday and today.
yep.
What's the title? The first one to put the title in the comment box is going to win a prize from Pivot Concierge Health. And that is going to be a 30 minutes free of one of the services. Before we continue, let me introduce you to them via a clip. And that way you have an idea of what you're winning today. Here we go. Let me show you the okay, so this is it, one free 30-minute therapy session that you're going to win, and this is actually what they do.
When I came here, Chet, I had no idea what to expect. That was my whole reasoning for coming here, to get some type of a history or some type of an experience that I could actually tell people how I felt about it.
Right.
The thing that really made a difference is that this is on a Saturday.
Sure.
I came in, and every Saturday morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, I go to the YMCA. My feet were hurting horribly. My back is already sore. What actually happened, I felt like I felt before I went to play racquetball in the morning, and I had no soreness in my back, I had no soreness in my feet. Here you have an opportunity to have good coaches. You know, here you have a technology that will take you in another direction.
All right, welcome back, guys. I'm going to bring Sean Dampte again to the screen. And so the song that came out yesterday, we have some comments. We have Ori, he said sweetest wine. And then we have Alitia, she said the same thing. Now, which one is it? Is it, both said the same thing. So is that true?
Give me the sweetest wine. When you move and vibe.
You know, I have to play that.
Sweetest wine, yeah.
Oh, okay. So we have two winners. Oh, how many winners do we have? Well, I said the first one. The first
person to get you right.
But you know, we have two winners. I'll have to find the second prize. So the first winner is Ori. He won the session at Pivot Concierge Health. And then the second one, I believe, is going to be, that is going to be a secret. But we have two winners. And then we have your next favorite artist after Dirty Diana that just joined. And that's Kusha Snazzy. He said, hello, y'all.
You, Kusha.
Thanks for joining. Thanks for tuning in. So I'm going to play that one that came yesterday. Please bear with me. I'm going to share my screen here in a minute, and then we will play it. Here we go.
In the sweetest fire go.
So can you give me the sweetest wine? Oh, not the sweet like wine. Get what you have. Sweetest wine. Oh, yeah, oh, the sweetest wine.
All right. So
Nod
we
my
have
head
that.
like so.
That was it. And where can they find it?
Oh man, sweet as wine, man. It's out everywhere. I mean, everywhere. If you check in your back pocket, if you find it there, it's. I mean, because that for me that's sweet as wine jam. It's deep for me because I really like I really like the song, and when I mean I really like the song, it's just because the message I was trying to pass right there was about being in love. You know, when you're in love, no matter what the other person does, it's just beautiful. You know, it's just beautiful. You don't see anything, you don't see nothing, you don't see anything wrong with them. They could slap you and you'd be like, "Thank you, love." You know. So, and that's really sweet as wine is. So yeah, man, you can find it on Apple Music, on Spotify, on Deezer, Tidal, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere, man. You all go out, go listen to it, and let's know. Yeah, you can buy a copy on eBay.
There you go, Kusha.
Yeah.
So he said it. You can buy a copy on eBay, and it's everywhere. Even if you
Everywhere.
check your back
Everywhere.
pocket, it's right there. All right. So I have one more question for you.
Ready?
Anything you want to share that most people don't know about you? It can be family life, romantic relationship, pet peeves, something that embarrasses you about yourself.
Oh Lord. Let's start with anything I want to share about me. Can be family. My family life. My family life. Funny enough, I try to keep my family life out of the spotlight. 'Cause, the reason being, I've seen so many aggressive behaviors or so many words being thrown at artists and their family, and sometimes it gets to me. And personally, I'm not nice when I get angry. So I try. So I try to whatever's gonna make me angry, I try to stay away from it. Yeah, but yeah, um I got kids, I got my woman. Most people know her. It's fine. Bliss by Sebastian, Instagram. Yeah, and then I got the little ones. Some people see me with the little ones on Instagram or Snapchat. So yeah, if you my Snapchat, you can find out most thing about me. And I'm always on my Snapchat and Instagram. So and yeah, romantic relationship. I'm romantically involved with my woman, and then with my music, with my kids, with my family, man. Everything about my life is romantic, So gotta keep that. Yeah. My pet peeves. Um, I don't like I don't like people who I mean I'm not perfect by any means, Just and that's the thing. But I don't like people who cannot be true to what they say, to their words. Because for me, half of the world is made of what we say, So if I cannot trust your word, then it's hard for me to function with you, So it's gonna be hard for us to vibe, and that's one thing. Embarrassment. Let me see. Yeah, embarrassment. I've had so many embarrassing moments. Very loads. There was this one time I peed on myself on a train. So I know. I'm telling you. So I've had so many embarrassing moments, but shit, for me, it's life. Stuff happens, and you gotta keep going on. So that's it. That's it for me. And yeah, so I'm so open. I share anything, everything. I'm just there. I try to be as humble as I can be. Just I've been rich and I've been poor. And I've been in between and seen it all. So done it all. So for me, it's just happy that there's this life to live still, and yeah, and just put out the positive energy, positive vibe out there.
He said this. He's very humble. I can attest to that. And you guys heard it. Um, that was probably a very embarrassing moment. He just let it out. That's who he is. So we have now the world knows about it. It's out there.
Oh, I forgot I was on live. Oh my goodness. Oh my, I thought we were just having a chat. Oh my goodness.
We have a very important question here for you from Barbara from Germany. Do you write your own music? And we have an answer to that. If you haven't watched from the beginning, he said it. Yes, he does. And if yes, can you write from another artist?
Of course, of course. Music is universal. I've written for loads of artists you won't even know, and I still write. And yeah, I write for artists. It's there, and music is life for me. And I just feel the vibe, and that's why my team we're close. I mean, we call ourselves the J boys, the J band. J for New Black Jesus, J for Joey Banks, the producer, J for Joe Main, Bedu, and J for J Ocean. And most of my close team, we're all the J guys. So we write, we write, and I write personally, just not we. I write for other artists, I write for myself, and others write for me. Also, just depends on the vibe and the mood. And like you said, I said this earlier, music is life, because I design, or if I'm wearing a T-shirt that I made for myself, that doesn't mean I cannot wear someone else's T-shirt. So it's just part of what it is, part of the creative acts and the creativeness or the creativity that we work with in entertainment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So you've heard it, Barbara. If you're interested, you know where to find him: Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Even if you check the back of your pocket, he's probably there.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
make sure you get in touch. And then, like announced before, we had two winners today, Ori and Alicia. And Ori won the 30-minute free session from Pivot Concierge Health. And now I have what Alicia won. It's one of Afro Swag hoodie. So you have to pick the color, Alicia. I will get in touch with you. And we have more people joining. Wow, a lot more people joining. And we have more comments here. Okay, so Barbara said thanks. That means she got the answer to her question. And then we have Kusha asking, how many albums do you have? Kusha, did you just join? We'll talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, to answer the question again, I have. It depends on how you see an album. An album is more than an EP. So, in the past, I've had one full album. That album was released in 2011, but I can tell you the album is not there anymore. I pulled it down. So, the reason for pulling the album down is because back then my stage name used to be Dampte, and now it's Sean Dampte. So it's two different brands, and I don't want to confuse the brand together. So I put that. But as like I said earlier again, December 23, there'll be a compilation album coming from myself. So that'll give an album of 15 songs in the last 3 years that I've done that I felt it's called The Best of Sean Dampte. So it's coming out December 23. And next year, I'm looking at giving you a classic album. Classico.
Wow.
So
Classical.
yeah, that's what we're working on now. So next year it's gonna be fire.
Next year is going to be fire, and in December we have one coming up. You made a song with Wandiko. How did it make you feel? We talk about it, but we want to hear about it again.
It's Wandiko. Anyways, and it's funny, and I tell people, man, working with One Day for me, One Day. I might not talk to One Day every day or every week or every month, but One Day is like I've known One Day forever. Like I said, we started this Afro big journey together back in the day. So I've been around One Day, Two Face, The Banj, and all of them. So having One Day jump on that track for me was big. And the name of the track is Babao. So Babao means their father, the godfathers. Like so basically the track we're trying to explain, like, look, we own this Afrobeat music. We've been there, we've done it before, we keep doing it, and that's where the vibe is. So I mean, big shout out to One Day Cole for jumping on it, and big shout out to Joe Main, big shout out to that piano and everyone who worked on that track. It's a classic track. I must say, it's a classic track.
Barbara is coming back from Germany. She said, I have checked the back of my pocket and I really saw him. This is fun. Thanks for the show.
You see, I keep telling you.
We told you it's even on eBay.
It's there, man, because that's what Jesus do. We make miracles, we do miracles.
Exactly. And then one last question before we end. What's your favorite song that you've done? Mine is Bam Bam and No Be Joke.
The favorite track has not been done.
Ooh. Wow.
For me, my music keeps evolving, and you've not seen the best of Sean Dampte yet. So I know for a fact that I've not created my best yet. So, but if we have to look at what I've done so far, what I would the song I would like more, and that's the thing, everything for all my songs for me are right there, you know. I think the Grammy Award winning songs. So in today's world, my favorite song will be Sweetest Wine, you know, and I'm being serious. So today is Sweetest Wine, tomorrow could be something different, but right now it's Sweetest Wine all day.
I really love that. And this Sweetest Wine came just between yesterday and today, depending on, I don't know, if you are in Europe, yeah. And then one coming up in December, and next year, one classical one. Before we go and before I ask you the last question, I would like to thank one of our sponsors, Arbonne. Let me play one of the clips and then we will be right back. Don't go away. Stay with us. All right, thank you so much for staying with us. Let me bring back our famous artist, Sean Dampte. Welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for the honor that you gave us. It's a privilege to have you on this show. So, one last thing.
Yes.
Any last comment?
I'm trying to think what is the best comment to tell everyone. Okay, I mean, my last comment for the show, because of the show, is pretty simple. I mean, shout out to Pevalt Health for sponsoring. Shout out to all the sponsors. Shout out Deborah for having me on the show. Shout out to everyone who joined. Alithia, Dirty Diana, Kusha, Lua. Those of you in Nigeria, those who've been joining and logging in and logging off, I understand there's no light in Nigeria, so it's I appreciate it. But I'm pretty sure there will be a link to this video. Make sure you share it with your friends. Make sure you share it with everyone. I mean, keep listening to good music, man. Thank you very much for the support you give the brand Sean Dampte. I mean, I love you guys so much. You don't understand. And that's where we go. Let's win. Let's get this. Let's get this. I mean, thank you very much. Shout out. Your comments are coming through. And again, I mean, every time I try to say this, man, shout out to my mom, shout out to my dad, and shout out to Don Crucifixto. I see you, baby. And then to the Don Crucifixto family, man. Shout out Afro Swag family. Afro Swag, my family. Shout out to everyone. I'll keep mentioning names if I stay on here. So, but if I didn't call you out, it's not because I don't love you, man. It's just because for time, but I love everyone, man. Shout out to everyone. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you guys for watching. Thank you everyone that tuned in today. And like we said, stay tuned. Right after this, we'll have the link, the YouTube link for everyone to go and replay. It will be the keep on adding the comments, and then if we have more questions, we'll make sure we answer those questions. Thank you for being on the show. Bye-bye.
Let's see sugar.
Stand up on your feet. Stand up on your feet. and I want to hear you clap. Okay? A hand of applause.